Sfiso's mother is back in the news, and she is now talking about him being rejected by the ancestors. I am talking about, yeah, that's what the subject is. There's an article that the Daily Sun posted a little bit earlier on. We're gonna go back there and read this particular article out right now. I think it's wild, the things that people will believe, even about their own loved ones. But let's talk about it. It's the reality show with daily Christian commentary videos. If it's your first time over here, be sure to check out some other videos that are down in the pinned comments, and I'm gonna check you out over there. Now, we've seen several stories concerning Sfiso's mother on the internet, online, everywhere. She is always trending. At this point, she's always trending for different stories and different kind of stuff that comes out, and this is no different. Now, this time, the Daily Sun posted an article that I want to talk about, and you can see by the headline of the article that they put there. They say there's been some dreams, and the claims are that Sfiso is being rejected by his ancestors. Yeah, it's a lot. Right, so 3 episodes to expect today. One coming out around 10, the next one 3 o'clock, and then the later on. I might post it at 6 o'clock because the notifications at 8 seem not to be going through. I'm going to put that episode a little bit back. So do check out those episodes when they come out. Ancestors there's a lot going on here. Okay, so do remember that's our new WhatsApp number, so do check it out over there. Okay, so let's go to the article, okay? Without feathers, I can do over here. So the article says, Madlozi reject Sfiso. That's what the article headline says. Okay, let's go down. The article goes on to start by saying the late gospel singer was said to have abandoned his ancestors when he was alive. Now, we've stated, we know our ancestors, we loved them when they were here with us, but when they cross over, that whole killing animals for them, ancestors are cold, we don't do none of that. And I know that's what they mean when they say you've abandoned them. It's that you're not doing those things. Ancestors reject Sfiso. Okay, now that's the sub-headline. It says, and now the ancestors are retaliating. I think he is, even in the grave, they are retaliating by rejecting him. When we die, we go on to God. We don't go to, but anyways, we don't go to ancestors. So that's a thing, eh? To be absent in the body is to be present with the Lord. Just for people's reference there. This is according to a 69-year-old mother, Sfiso Ncwane, who told Daily Sun she needs to stop talking to these people. And Daily Sun, y'all be thirsty for articles. Y'all gotta chill, man. Y'all gotta chill. Leave the old granny alone. Jesus Christ. Can't be embarrassing herself with this type of ideas. She told Daily Sun her son's spirit wandered around because the ancestors wouldn't allow him to join them. You see, in the afterlife, if we believe that God is judge in the afterlife, it doesn't make sense that ancestors can reject or receive anyone, because we are all subject to God's judgment. Doesn't that make sense? That they don't have authority on the other side, it is God. Okay, but anyways, let's go back to the article. That's just food for thought. It goes on to say, Higela said, okay, so they are rejecting. Higela said, I'm going to stop reading her name out, okay? Sfiso's mother said, since the gospel singer died in 2016, he has been visiting them in their dreams and asking them to ask for forgiveness from the ancestors. The Bible says it is appointed for man, we live once, and then after that the judgment. There's no time for forgiveness, let alone from people who are dead like yourself. He is that side. Why can't he communicate to them while he's that side? So the teaching, the ancestral teaching here is not making sense. Okay, so Phil said that stop. Can you just say Sfiso's mother? Jeez. Sfiso's mother said the gospel singer, since he died, he's been visiting them through the dreams. It's not him. Asking them to ask for forgiveness from the ancestors who on his behalf by slaughtering a goat. You want to lose money? That's the quickest way, because that's how they're going to get you to lose money, because now they're going to be claiming that you're just losing money. There's no such. By asking for forgiveness by slaughtering a goat and burning impepo, so burn incense and stuff like that, okay? And then he says he visits his sisters and me, and he appears crying and suffering, and in a cold place, and it's painful for the mother. You see, this is the thing that the Bible says, casting down imaginations. We have to cast down. Now the Bible says that the devil is the prince of the air. He can influence dreams and cause you torment because you are living in a life of unbelief. This ancestral stuff, it strives people, or it throws people out in the ditches, because now as a person who's born again, there was, I'd have some of these things like with people that are not saved in the family, and they'll say they have dreams, and I say, I rebuke. I'd say, I rebuke that. Yes, I rebuke that. So you, those type of dreams, I need you to realize what they are, and I'll just talk straight to the person. Say, those dreams have no place. I personally reject them. So you must reject them. And they stopped. They stopped because since they couldn't get to, they had to. So we have to realize what the spirits. These are not your ancestors. These are foreign, foul spirits. Foul spirits. Okay. He appears crying and suffering in a cold place. What is that? The article goes on to say that he bought a. I think maybe as a background story, I'm guessing they put this. It says Sfiso bought a car for 1.9 million for his pastor, and he abandoned his mother during that period because she consulted sangomas and all those kind of things, and which was beliefs against thinking. Now speaking to Daily Sun, he in her home south of KZN. He said that Jesus Christ, can they stop saying her name? She's an elder. Can you say Sfiso's mother, please? Who raised you? Sfiso's mother. Can we keep our? We are always talking about African culture. Yeah, keep the African culture in that. Okay. It's a very uncomfortable feeling that I have to be sitting here reading her name. They are so cultural about everything. They are black everywhere else. But then these roots, they throw them off. It's a very uncomfortable thing for me to be reading an elder's name. I'm Vanda. We're not raised like that. Jesus. Sfiso's mother. Okay? Y'all stop with this nonsense. Okay? Jeez. It's a very uncomfortable thing for me to be reading that. Daily Sun, y'all gotta get yourself. Can you please put that in? I know you are black everywhere else, but then here you forget it. Okay, it's a very uncomfortable thing. Maybe it's just me. Okay, so Sfiso's mother said that they couldn't help Sfiso as he begged the ancestors for forgiveness to forgive him, as no one worked in her family. Listen, you don't need that money to be going down there that route. You might need that money for other things, but not for that. That's not Sfiso. That's a familiar spirit. A familiar spirit, it's a being that mimics the characters of the people that you know to torment you. If you know a pastor, he can talk, can give you a biblical background. It's not something you cast away, something that you learn, you understand. Boom. Okay? Right. And so it says that but in a desperate plea, Sfiso reportedly appeared in their dreams early this year and told his younger sister she would get a good paying job, and that if she gets a job, she must perform a ritual. You'll only cause problems for yourself for doing that ritual. The young daughter found a good job last month, and now we are organizing Sfiso's ritual. Oh my goodness! I believe he's going to be a good ancestor. Why can't they forgive him? If they are the ones who are forgiving, why can't they just forgive him? They're your family. These are not your family, guys. Ooh, I believe that it's just a belief, and the ancestors will forgive him, and so she said. And the article goes on. KZN Ila Associated something that they don't allow you to gather with them after the death, and as Africans we believe that when we die we meet our ancestors. That's why we do everything they ask from us. They ask from us to keep them happy and bring us blessings. It is God that gives blessings. And I'm not here to keep dead people happy. I'm here to please God. But that might be different for you, okay? I understand. But a pastor, Pastor Bongani, who claimed himself to be a born-again pastor, he's born again. Just say he's born again. You know how to cover yourself there, but you don't know how to put. Daily son, y'all gotta put yourself in order, man. He claims himself to be proclaimed. No, he's a born again. Just say he's a born again. When you are saying Sfiso's mother's name, it was all good. You didn't feel anything, but Daily son, y'all gotta get yourself in order, man. It said that the dead only meet Jesus after they meet angels. We know that from the gospel, from the gospel account of Lazarus and the rich man. He met angels. He was received by angels, and you see that, and not ancestors. Yeah, so some right. Okay, I don't want to dwell on Sfiso's so-called situation, but I believe if a Christian dies, they meet Jesus, not the ancestors. So he said. So, Pasalani, we need clarity. You're taking money, blow it off. Into thinking, because some spirits claim to be your ancestor and so forth. They're asking for forgiveness. It is God that gives forgiveness there. What right do they have to be angry at you there? They are angry at you, and they are the ones who are talking to God. No, something is wrong. We really have to revisit these teachings, but it's up to people. I think people have bought into these ideas and have bought into these teachings, and so it creates an environment. It creates a safe zone environment of belief for them, But for me, I'd say, stay away from these things. Because for me, I just don't see how this goes on to God. It's just torment. It's just self-torment. You are there. You are thinking about your child. He's not resting. Your child was born again. He has no business to be busy wandering after 6, 7 years, 10 years almost now. And how many years is it? Is it 8 years? And he's still just wandering. No, but these teachings take advantage of these areas of the people that we care about, which is why it matters for us to know, which is why it matters for us to know what is it, where is this demon's place. The Bible says he's the prince and the king of the air, so he can influence these things, and these familiar spirits can cause confusion and hurt and pain and all this kind of stuff. So y'all be on the lookout, man. Not everything that's been said is all true. It's sad that you have to see people struggling with this type of things and believing that these are somewhat their relatives. These are not your relatives, but people believe these things. Y'all be on the lookout, be on the lookout and consult the scriptures. Pray about it. Ask God to truly reveal the truth concerning these particular matters. I'm only here to tell you what I believe, what I uphold, but the rest I leave unto you, because that is at the end of the day your life. I can't wish you Godspeed. The Bible forbids me from doing that. All I can say is watch and ask questions. What does God want concerning us and our relationship with Him, compared to what we see people going through with situations like this, which you hear about Sfiso's family and stuff like that. What does God want from us when it comes to these relationships? Y'all tell me what you think. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to see what people are going through out there.